Nothing wrong with that.
I'm spacing out, man. What's going on, y'all? This is Paranoid Grower. I have a special guest today. He is a fantastic grower in the community. He is a grower with the purpose of creating the medicine to heal his family and friends. A country gentleman with a huge heart, Maxtorq. Welcome to the show.
Well, thanks for having me, Paranoid.
How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm on here.
Right?
For a year, I've been riding around with y'all in the car on podcasts every day with me all day, and it's weird to actually be interacting with everyone now.
Right on. Hell yeah. So what are we smoking on tonight, sir?
I am having some of Joint's Hubba Bubba Grape.
Nice. Did you grow that yourself?
No, actually, Joint grew this.
Oh, really?
Yep.
How'd you get that?
You can order it from him right now on his website.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
CBD quotations.
Gotcha.
It's quite lovely. It's very cushy. It's like a big Kush blend.
Nice. Hell yeah. All right. Well, I'm smoking on the blueberry sauce from Green God Genetics, and I actually have it mixed up with some Dogathon CBD from Alabrije Genetics that I just harvested. So trying to get me a little bit of THC and a little bit of CBD in that mix.
Yes, sir. We got the not dump truck. It's on like day 33 right now.
Nice. I love it.
It's smelling like juicy fruit.
That's awesome. Hell yeah, man. Basically the premise of the show is talk about the events that we hang out at. And recently I had a Paranoid's birthday bash in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And I basically just threw out a feeder out there for letting people know I was going to be going out there. And you reached out saying you were wanting to come. And I'd like to go ahead and get your experience from my birthday bash.
Oh, that was a great time. I mean, get to meet you, Reuter Allister, Badger. I mean, I really was excited to meet Badger, the master of the hash. And K-Pop was there. He was cool. I didn't know him from the Discords, but I do now.
Right.
He was great. It was a good time. Lots of great flour, some amazing temple balls. That some God hash you did. That was amazing to get to smoke.
Right. And
then you had your crazy bong thing out there on the deck.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so recently I just started playing D&D, and the people that had the D&D that were hosting the party had a student glass gravity bong, and so I ended up buying it from them. I got a pretty damn good price. It was definitely less than half of buying a brand new one. But our first experience of using it was at the birthday bash, so that was pretty neat, being able to sit out there on the deck and all taking turns.
That thing would hit for sure. It'd go through some flour really quick too.
It sure did. Yeah, I have an e-nail that I need to hook up to it and try it out, but I'm just so nervous about it. I know Badger was like trying to get me into hooking up the e-nail with the SS or the Super Sun God hash. But I was just so nervous, but I think I'm gonna bring it up to Hash Bash here in a few weeks and try it then. So
I wonder how one of those Dynavapes with the hash in it would go for it.
I have no idea, to be honest with you. That's the thing. I've never done a Dynavap, so I don't really know.
Me either, but I'm really intrigued by them. Been looking at them, and the way they'll fit in a regular 10 millimeter fitting, to fit on a regular water pipe.
Right.
They've got me intrigued.
Hell yeah. So yeah, you were talking about smoking Badger's hash. I would like to get your experience with Badger's hash.
Man, that stuff was so smooth, so delicious. And then the really crazy part to me is, we'd stood in the circle so long that day. I'd got my knee pissed off, the arthritis in it, and it was hot. It was it was mad. And when I took that third big rip of the hash, my knee just started getting a tingling, burning sensation, and then the pain went away. I was like, all right, now that's cool. Because generally it would have stayed that hot till I got a cortisone shot.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty cool that it turned it around. It must have had some strong anti-inflammatory properties in it.
I'm sure it does. Yeah. It's the hash is no joke. It is fantastic. If anybody ever gets a chance to try Badger's hash, you definitely need to try it.
That was my actual first time smoking hash. I'd had plenty of concentrates and live rosins, but never actual true hash.
Wow. Yeah, I'm glad you got to experience it, man. That's awesome.
Yep. I'm looking forward to next winter. I should have enough supply to be able to do some washing and try to make my own.
I understand. Yeah, it's fun. I tell you, I went up there to Badger's, not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before, and did the hash class with him, and that was a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, and I tell you, I mean, you're constantly moving. There's constantly something going on. So it's definitely an 8-9 hour chore.
Yeah, just recently he was doing it when Back Nine was doing his first washing. And I got in Toker's Lounge with them, and Early Bird said they'd been at it for 6 hours at that point.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I missed out on that. I'm so glad I got to do that. Something I wanted to mention was I'm gonna. I don't know. I haven't talked to Rudy about this yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and officially name Wilma as our event mascot, because she has now been at 4 events with me, and I know you got to experience Wilma.
Amazing dog. Amazing.
I know, right? Isn't she like the most well-behaved dog that you ever met in your entire life?
She is super cool.
Yeah, man. Did you ever get a chance to play fetch with her at all?
No, I didn't get to play fetch with her.
Oh my goodness, dude. Yeah, she would wear you out. she loves playing fetch. It's great.
She wants to go.
That's right. Absolutely. One of the things I was wanting to talk to you about from the birthday bash was at one point, Rudy and I had left to go pick up the food. And actually, Badger was telling me this whenever we were heading back home to my house. He had mentioned that you got to try the jet fuel flower rosin in your, I forget which, the Puffco. Okay, yeah, tell me your experience with that.
That was delightful. That's why I'm wanting a cut of that jet fuel so bad. That was delightful. And I'm definitely wanting to get into pressing. I just need, master growing the flower first, and then I'm going to get into doing that. But where they played with it and learned to do it at 155, having that pressed at 155 where they had the perfect return for them as far as color and taste and everything. It was some delightful stuff.
It really is. The thing is with the jet fuel, it's actually a pretty easy plant to grow. It does take a long time to kind of like stretch out. So I do veg it for quite some time. I usually veg that plant for about 2 months before I flip it to flower, if not longer, because I'm usually like taking cuts off it and stuff as I'm going. Speaking of which, I've got cuts going on in my little tent down here.
Nice. Planning on keeping those hash bash, you said?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep a couple here, and then take the rest of them up to hash bash and pass them around to some of the growmies up there. There's a few people that have reached out that want to join in on the whole jet fuel cut.
And Badger said he was taking some cuts with him to hash bash.
Yeah. So we should be okay on cuts, on handing them out. And I know you mentioned that you definitely want to get in on that.
Yep.
So I will gladly get you a cut of that.
I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, you got to smoke it out of your Puffco. I I've only smoked out of Puffco one time. How long have you had that?
Oh, I got it right when the Puffco Peaks came out. So what, about 3 years ago?
Oh, okay. So you don't have the Pro, you just have the regular Puffco Peak?
No, mine's with the Pro. I've got the app on the phone.
Okay. Nice. Do you have any did you replace the glass pieces or anything like that, or is it all original?
I upgraded to the 3D XL chamber. Keeps you from having to clean it as much, and it works a little better.
Nice. Heck yeah. One of the cool things was since you came to Gatlinburg, I got to try your flower, and also don't want to forget about Bandit from Ed's because he came out as well.
Yep.
And got to try some of his stuff. And one of the other cool things too was the conversations amongst the growmies. You know, like for you, I was able to like kind of just walk through the house, and I would hear, you know, you would be talking to like you and Bandit were talking to Badger at one point, and I went outside, and Rudy's talking to K-pop and T and genetics, and it was just really cool being able to like walk around and hear the conversations between everybody.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, so much knowledge in that room that day.
Oh, yeah, no joke, man. Absolutely. The different conversations that we were talking about at the Paranoid's birthday bash. One of the things that I remember y'all were talking about was HLG. That you actually purchased some lights from HLG. Is that correct?
That's correct. Last year on 420.
Okay. And tell me about your experience with that, because I know you mentioned that you actually went to HLG and got the lights there.
Yeah. It was a really cool experience. You know, they don't really have a store for you to go into, but the plant's right up the road from Bandit for Meds. And we bought a refurbished lamp, and I just went up there to pick it up. And I got to go back, see how everything was made. And they took really good care of us, is all I can say. They actually told me not to say how good a care they took of us, but I got a great deal on a refurbished light that day. We got the Diablo X for a great deal, and he threw in a couple pairs of the growing glasses. Met the president of the company. Everybody there was just super nice.
Wow, that's really cool. Yeah, I definitely want to like adventure up there sometime, just to kind of check it out, because I do like their equipment.
And they told me if I ever had a problem with it, just bring it up there, and they throw it on the bench. Said worst case scenario, I'd have to buy a power supply.
That's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's something I do like about HLG, is that they do take care of the customers, you know?
Yeah, they're famous for their customer support and them being right up the road. It's like, okay, that's a lot I'm going to rock.
Right. I could understand that for sure. I think the next time I do like adventure into different style lights, I might end up trying HLG, just for the fact that the ease of being able to get the equipment semi locally. Yeah,
it only raised our power bill $20 a month running.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No, it's one of the more energy efficient lights out there.
Right. That's cool. Well, I guess that brings me back in, or brings us up to the next segment. So, what's going on in your garden right now, sir?
Let's see here. Right now, we have the sauce going. We have Not Dump Truck, and then I've got 2 of joints cut of Blueberry OJ #4.
Nice. And the Not Dump Truck and the sauce is from Green Guy Genetics.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's an amazing
I love
dude.
DGG. He's the coolest.
He really is. He's a fucking amazing dude for sure. What style of growing are you? You into salts or organics?
Organics in earth boxes.
Nice. How do you liking those earth boxes?
Man, they're great. I mean, you know, everybody said, you know, that watering was the biggest mistake newer growers made. So we knew we needed to go with something like that. And watching Jeremy on Build a Soul, it's like, earth box is the cheapest way to get into the game. So,
hell yeah,
they're doing really well for us, and we're feeding, adding on to them, feeding them Nectar of the Gods for another run or two. But you know, Nectar of the Gods, unfortunately, is going away.
Right. Now, have y'all decided what y'all are going to do next? Then
Well, where I'm keeping a mother at the house right now, I'm just going to rock it water only, build a soil style. But
Right.
as far as our main grow, it's either going to be what you and Back Nine Bandits are running, that Green Grow Pride Lands.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's good stuff.
Eden's Blue Gold or Organics Alive.
Nice. Yeah, Organics Alive is good. I've had a local growmie that did Organics Alive, and they liked it a lot. But yeah, I've been using that Pride Lands for I guess going on about 4 or 5 months now, and I'm really liking it. So I'm thinking I'm gonna stick with it for a while.
Yeah, since you and Back Nine are both liking it so well, I was like, that's not a bad way to go. And they've got a pretty good little starter kit to get your feet wet with it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the good thing is, like, when I went and bought my setup from Urban Horticulture Supply in Chattanooga, they actually threw in a bunch of freebies on top of that, like the little sample packs of like the biochar. There's like a whole bunch of different ones.
The defense and stuff.
Yeah, they hooked us up. I'm sure that you probably can get it from your local grow shop. So speaking of that, who's your local grow shop that you go to?
In Maryville, we go to Innovative Hydroponics.
Nice.
They are awesome. The ladies there are just phenomenal. You got to say hemp, and you can't show them pictures unless you have a license.
Right.
But they are very knowledgeable, and they can really help you out on how to grow some great tomatoes.
That's right. Growing tomatoes. So speaking of growing, how long have you been growing cannabis, sir?
We're actually just on our second run right now. Last year was our first run.
Wow.
We had a pretty successful first run. It wasn't amazing, but we got 2.5 pounds on our first run. So, a lot of people don't even get to the finish line. So
no,
pretty stoked with that. But, I've got the bar set really high on what I'm wanting to get out.
I completely understand that.
I'm an old head. I've had some really good flour.
Oh yeah, for sure. I get it. What are you lighting up, sir?
Let's see here. This one is lemon cherry gelato.
Oh,
A friend of mine grew it.
A friend of yours grew it?
Yeah.
Nice.
He did a pretty good job on it.
Hell yeah. I like that lemon cherry gelato. TN Genetics had some of that a while back, and that was probably my favorite out of what he's grown in quite some time. Like just just growing out of the norm kind of thing.
It's definitely a fruity strain.
Right. Are you ready for the hot seat, sir?
Well, I reckon I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
I did add a few.
You've been adding on questions for everybody now.
Yeah, I have. I know I did a bunch for Grateful recently, but I only added 3 questions for you today. So
all right.
So we got 3 new questions on top of all the new ones. So all right, are we ready to go, sir?
Let's do it.
Hell yeah. All right. Which band or artist did you see for your first concert and venue?
AC/DC World Tour in '88 at Freedom Hall in Johnson City, Tennessee.
No shit. AC/DC. That's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, I was like 14, and my best friend's older brother was going, and somehow he ended up with 2 extra tickets, and we got to go.
No shit. That's fucking awesome, man. How close were you to the stage?
Oh, we was a mile away. We was in
a mile. There were free seats. Of course, they were a mile away, right?
Yeah. They were upper arena, but Freedom Hall is not a big venue. It was a high school basketball gym, so it's not like it's. Oh
no way! And AC/DC played at a high school basketball gym.
It's a big high school basketball gym, though.
Okay.
They do concerts there. it's
right.
But yeah, it's still a high school basketball gym.
That's wild. All right. What was your favorite song when you were 16?
Sunshine of Your Love by Cream.
Nice. It's a great song, sir. Hell yeah. All right. Have you met a musical artist or band in person? This could be a meet or greet or out in the wild.
back before he was in Seven Dust, I was a big fan of the band Still Rain.
Okay.
And the lead guitarist was the lead guitar player for them. Corey was his brother was the bass player, and then Clint Lowry, the lead guitar player for Seven Dust. Met him several times.
No way. Where'd you meet him at?
Well, the first time I met him was at a bar in Johnson City. Pretzels. They were playing there, and met him there and started hanging out, and they were just phenomenal. All the guys ended up making it. So being, a band that played in the college bars, any time they played, it was a packed house, and I ended up being friends with them. They'd went and ate with them a couple times. Even after the bands made it, they had a reunion show at the Toy Tiger in Lexington, and I got pulled up on stage for that.
No way.
Yep.
Dude, that's fucking awesome, man.
As old as a lot of the guys in the community are. Anybody who was out in the bars back then in the mid 90s, Still Rain, that was the band I'm talking about.
Hell yeah.
They had a bunch of cool songs.
Cool. All right. What is the most surprising opener you've seen perform live?
Well, it wouldn't be surprising now, but at the time, the most surprising, back in like 92, 93, I saw Garth Brooks and Alison Krauss open for him.
What?
And I had no idea who she was. Alison Krauss, Union Station.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I had no clue who they were, and I was just floored.
Wow. That's so cool.
Yeah, to get to see AUKUS back then was pretty cool.
Hell yeah. All right. Which band or artist has been your favorite to see perform live in the venue?
I was lucky enough, I got to see the last Cream show ever at Madison Square Garden.
No way.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. How long ago was that?
Oh, that was early 2000s.
No shit.
Maybe 2004.
I bet that was an incredible experience.
That was absolutely amazing.
So, like, what were some of the crazy things about the show?
What was the most amazing thing?
Yeah, like what are some of the most amazing things about that show? Just I'm curious.
I mean, they were just such musicians. I mean, they're just amazing. Everything they did. The drummer's drum solo. The girl who went with me to the show, she's standing in her seat screaming, "You go, old man!" It was a pretty impressive version of Toad on that.
Right.
Eric Clapton doing I can't think of the name of that freaking song. Stormy Monday. Eric Clapton doing Stormy Monday was absolutely amazing at that show, because he's pretty much at the top of his abilities there. And then, but my absolute favorite was hearing Sunshine live and in person.
Oh, I can imagine. That'd be fucking amazing.
Yeah,
dude,
it was pretty freaking cool.
I'm super jealous on that one. That is a really good one. Okay. If you could make, this is a new question. Sorry. If you could make your own musical festival lineup, who would be your headliners?
Tedeschi Trucks, Marcus King, and Billy Strings. Those three are some badass guitar players. If you got to see them playing together and some of the different things,
right?
They're pretty impressive.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. All right, which song instantly hypes you up?
Oh, that's a hard one. Depends on what I'm getting hyped up for.
Let's just say hyped up for your grow.
Hyped up for my grow. It's going to be something with a nice little groove, like "Hello, Old Friend" or Tedeschi Trucks doing "Any Day."
Nice. All right. What's a band or artist that you feel is completely underrated?
Completely underrated. Lake Street Dive. Yeah, I don't think they've really crossed over to the mainstream as much as they should have. Rachel Price's singing in person was amazing. I thought they were going to be miracles of the recording studio, but she could sing from the highest note to the lowest note without fail seamlessly.
Wow.
And for a 3-piece band at that point, when I saw them, it was just amazing how full of sound they had.
I'm gonna have to check them out. That sounds cool.
Yeah, check Lake Street Dive. They've got some good stuff. Bad Self Poetry is a good album to check out.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Which band or artist would you like to see live? Like this is a band that you have never seen.
Probably Billy Strings is at the top of that list now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's amazing.
I've got to see most of the great guitar players, and he's definitely in that category.
Absolutely. All right. If you had to pick a theme song for your grow, what would it be? I guess I kind of asked you this earlier.
I can't remember the correct name of it, but the Bob Marley song, Don't Worry About a Thing. Is it Three Birds or something? Three Little Birds.
Nice. All right. Which cultivar would you pair with an album?
Something good and stony, and Dark Side of the Moon, like GG4.
Okay.
To Dark Side of the Moon.
Hell yeah. All right. Sounds good. All right. What was your first cannabis event?
Your birthday party.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had a couple of summits for people in the professional world of it before that, but now yours was the first sociable event.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. All right. Who's the first growmy you met in the community?
You, and then 2 seconds behind you was Rudy Allister, and then Badger and K-pop, all within a minute and a half there.
Right. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, what a way to start.
Right? Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. All right. Which growmy from the community are you looking forward to meeting?
I hate to copy everybody else's answer, but BGG.
BGG.
He's just so cool.
He really is.
Yeah. Every interaction I've had with him has been amazing.
Oh, yeah. He's a solid dude for sure.
No doubt.
All right. Which event or location would you like to attend with your fellow growmy? This could be an event you've never been before.
Oh, I'm going to Hash Bash next year.
Hash Bash. All right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you're also worried about it. It sounds too cool. I'm disappointed I can't go this year, but I plan on being there next.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, you definitely need to come on up. You and Bandit for Meds. 100%. All right. What's your go-to method to consume cannabis?
Joints.
Yeah,
Joints, or if I've got any type of concentrate, the Puffco Peak.
Hell yeah. All right. What's a stoner myth that you think is total bullshit?
That we're stupid. A lot of people think stoners are stupid.
Man, you know what? I have never thought about that, but you were so right.
I mean, anybody wants to, imitate stoner. Hey, man, what's up? It's like, nah, man, it ain't like that.
No, it's not.
It does affect your short-term memory, though. I got to give them that.
Yeah. I mean, and I guess some cultivars like Odinsons will make you stupid, but it's just temporarily. It's just a little bit. It's not that bad.
Well, and dosage amounts affect that as well.
Hell yeah, 100%. All right. Is there a cultivar that you're interested in trying to grow that you've never grown?
Oh, that list is endless. I mean, I've not got to grow any of the Alabrehe, but I've got the past 2 drops of EM. I've got a box full of BGG stuff to go up. I think this next run, I think we're going to do all BGG. I mean, I'm interested in all the different sauces and the NDT, cherry NDT. I don't guess that Mac 1 one's coming back, though.
Yeah, I don't know. There's still some seeds floating around the community somewhere.
But I'm definitely in it for the medical strings.
Oh yeah, for sure. 100%. All right. Let's see. What's your all-time favorite cultivar and why?
Just for nostalgia stakes, it's GG4 back when, you were really getting GG4,
Right.
back in the early 90s, mid 90s there. That's when, Since a Million first came around, and GG4 was the first name strain that I was just like, man, that's something special.
Right.
The stuff you get now, they say is GG4. It never is.
Right. For sure. All right. This is a new question. Do you have a favorite cannabis related movie and or TV show?
Movie have to be Friday, I guess.
Nice.
I mean, all of them, have their own place, but Friday, I think it was probably the one I've watched the most.
Hell yeah.
And TV show. I can't even really think of a cannabis TV show off the top of my stoned head.
That's okay. Well, that's a good movie. That's an excellent movie. So we will go with the movie for sure.
All right.
Hell yeah. All right. And this is the last question. Do you have a favorite cannabis podcast and who is it?
Well, I listen to all of them. They go in rotation. If I'm on my drive home, I'm getting to smoke crafting cannabis all the way.
Right.
Sometimes they get a little too far down the rabbit hole that in the middle of the day when I'm in and out of the car, it's like, what the hell are these boys going on about?
Right.
So in the middle of the day when I'm in and out of accounts, I'd have to say I'd go more for cultivation conversation.
Nice.
But I still like the Grateful and Nerd too. They're pretty funny guys.
Hell yeah, they are. Awesome, man. Well, that's all the questions for the hot seat. I'm glad you helped answer those questions for me, sir.
My pleasure. I hope I don't sit there and listen to myself after this is all done and go like, what the hell did you say that for?
Right? I know the feeling, sir. All right. So this next segment is Thank a Grommy. Basically just thank somebody in the community. And I encourage the guests to thank someone as well. And also I encourage everyone listening and watching this podcast to thank a Grommy that's helped you out in the community. The seasonal depression is still kind of lingering. There's still bad weather in most places, and sometimes people just need to be reached out to and thanked. So since I have you here, I'm gonna go ahead and thank you, sir. I'm gonna thank you for stepping out of your comfort zone and coming to my birthday bash. I know it is nerve-wracking, especially living in Prohibition land. Stepping out and meeting people, especially you don't really know them. I mean, you know of them through just talking on Discord or Instagram or just listening to podcasts and stuff. And I certainly appreciate you reaching out and meeting up with me. I'm glad to know that I have a trusted grommy in the community that's semi-local, and I think you're a fantastic guy. So I thank you for reaching out.
Well, thank you for that. And I'd like to thank you for having me to your birthday party. That was, that's what I was telling Bandit before we was going, because he was sort of hesitant to go. I was like, dude, this is going to be one you're going to regret not going to, that you're going to hear my stories about it, and you're going to kick yourself in the ass for years to come if you don't go.
Right.
It was quite the experience. So I'd like to thank you for that and just being such a great pillar of the community out there, getting everybody together. I think that's pretty cool what you're doing out there.
Hell yeah.
I'd like to give a shout out to Outcast Genetics. I reached out to him and said, hey, man, of your strains, which one would you recommend for Crohn's? And ended up, he first got into this making strains for his wife. And so he's like, it worked for her. I'm sure it'll work for you too. And he just sent me a free pack.
No
I
way.
thought that was really cool of him.
Hell
He
yeah.
didn't know me from Adam, and I thought that was cool.
All right. Yeah, Outcast is a genuine guy. I really like him a lot. Hell yeah, dude. I appreciate you. I appreciate the thanks, man. That's the thing is like I've always wanted to host an event, and I would like to eventually like host a cupped event here in Tennessee.
There ought to be a CC cup, cultivation cannabis, cultivation or crafting cannabis, cultivation conversation cup.
Right.
Just get all the growmies together.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, that would be a cool thing, being able to get everybody to come out and possibly meet in like East Tennessee, just because you have the view of the mountains and getting to smoke out there. That'd be awesome.
Probably need to go to Virginia though. A little more legal there.
Yeah, nah, man. I'm sticking with Tennessee, man. I want to do it at home. It's too gorgeous out here.
Hey, we could do it on Clubland, the local motorcycle club. They have a big Mother's Day rally. People just sit up there, leaned against the fence, and the cops drive by, and they're just sitting there smoking a joint. And they don't even think about going in.
For real?
Yeah, but they're a 1%er motorcycle club.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right. I was wanting to thank two of the growmies in the community that have reached out, Slaughterhouse 23 and K-Pop Cipher. I appreciate y'all reaching out and giving some praises about the podcast. Appreciate all the feedback from everybody, kind of helping me out, getting this thing, building this, whatever the hell I'm doing right here. The next thing I would like to talk about is I'd like to congratulate Mac Mob on the latest giveaway. He won 6 packs of seeds for the Ultimate Breeder Spring Starter Pack. Had seeds from Alabrije, TN Genetics, BGG or Green Guy Genetics, and Outcast in that pack. So we just had that giveaway on 320. And I'm going to go ahead and announce the next giveaway, but kind of announce it, I guess. I'm kind of needing help because I've got ideas for this giveaway. I want to do a 420 giveaway, right? Maxtorq. And yeah, and so I've gotten some ideas. So like I got an idea from Back Nine Bandit, and he was saying that I should get something from Hash Bash and add it into the giveaway. And I was thinking about doing one of my shirts, but do you have any suggestions on this next giveaway?
That's a hard question. I know out of the seed pack you just given away, I've always wanted to get that funeral desserts.
All right.
I mean, when we first started listening to the podcast, Crafting Canvas, where we started at, they were just going on and on about it at that point in time. And that was the first strain that we learned about out of the community from BGG or anybody. It's like, I want to grow that one, but it's not been available since we've been in the scene.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just about out of those seeds myself. I've got 2 of them going right now. The Funeral Desserts Pink Phenos, and they're the one I got. The older one, it's a monster. It's huge. Like I've grown Funeral Desserts in the past, and it was like 2.5 ounces, but it was like hand watering. And this time around, I've got the auto pot system, and she's easily like 4 or 5 ounces easy at this point. So she's going to be a monster.
Yeah, you went with one of those Trader Grows, didn't you?
I do have a Trader Grow, but I just harvested out of that. I'm about to lay the cover crop down here in a few days. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna try to reuse that soil. This top feed it and all that.
Yeah, do the more of the build a soul, living soul style.
Yeah, something along the lines of that.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool way to do it, I think.
Hell yeah.
We're always wanting to push, so we're always doing some supplemental feeding.
Right, for sure. All right. The next thing I want to talk to you about is upcoming events. Do you have any upcoming events that you are looking forward to? Any cannabis events or music events?
later this year, I'm seeing Clapton again at Bridgestone Arena. I'm looking forward to that.
When
Don't
is
know
that?
how many more times you get to see the old man play.
Right.
Because he's 79 now. I think he'll be 80 by then. So I'm definitely planning on going to Hash Bash next year.
Right.
I'm just going ahead and saying that's what I'm doing.
Right on.
And then that one that Back Nine Bandits works at there in Illinois.
Chiefy.
Yeah. Thinking about running up to that.
Yeah, they have it twice a year, and so like the first one is in May. It's actually coming up next month, or I guess not next month, month after next. And then the next one's in September. So if you can't make it to the one in May, we're doing one in September. But the one in May, we're actually camping out, and got a group of us camping out there. So if you're interested and able to make it in May, you're more than welcome to come camp with us.
All right. I'll keep that in mind. Try and talk Bandit from Ed's into it. He has to work every Sunday morning. Like me.
Oh, gotcha.
We're talking about maybe doing a suicide run up there. Go up there, get there Friday, and that way we can be there Saturday when it starts, and then hightail it back home.
Right. Yeah.
It'd just be cool to be in a completely legal environment to walk around like that. Never got to do that.
Oh yeah. It's very interesting. It's a very surreal moment when you actually get to do it. That's kind of how like Hash Bash was for me, because that was my first experience of that. But
yeah, I'm used
Keefe's a great event too. Keefe's actually pretty cheap too, and there's a lot going on. I mean, even though it is one day, it's still there's a lot to do.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. I mean, it's a little mad to do it in a suicide trip, like I'll end up having to do it, but I think it'd still be neat, just even if you just got to walk around in there for a couple hours.
Right. Hell yeah.
Just experience it.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, the upcoming events that I was wanting to announce is Hash Bash, which is coming up. Let me get my calendar here. All right. So Hash Bash is coming up. The Cup is April 4th through the 6th. And the actual Hash Bash at the Diag and Monroe Street Festival is April 5th. The Diag starts at noon, and the Monroe Street Festival starts around the same time. But we will be doing a live episode on April 5th at the Hash Bash house. I'm going to try to get a few mics together. That way we can talk to a few growmies that are going to be attending. And we're also going to be doing a seed giveaway live. So I'll actually have like questions and answers, and whoever answers will be winning seed. So on April 5th, be sure to be checking out on Grateful Nerd. We're doing a live episode. And then I'm going to the Sleep Token concert in Denver, Colorado on October 3rd. So if anybody else is going to that concert, hit me up. We can meet up and smoke a J and see Sleep Token. So this is the end of the show. As we'll go ahead and give you the opportunity to give out your socials.
Only thing I really got is in all the Discords on Maxtorq.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, everyone listening and watching, thank you. I hope you're out there having a wonderful time. Thank you, Maxtorq, for joining the show.
Thanks for having me, man. Had a wonderful time.
Hell yeah, dog. See you.
See ya.